war with Iran, all the lives, whether that is our military or they started it off with is Israel attacking a school of 185, is it? And people still side with them. People still won't see that they have been lied to hate and to fear. Things start off, you think it's harmless, but they grow into something very horrid and horrible. And when it was just something innocent, just telling a joke or whatever, if you can go back to then, who you were when you told that joke, and would you like that joke to be reality? Are you fine with the way things are now? They have been lying the entire time. And I don't know, people will just still believe, I guess. Still support that because you've been brainwashed to be against what they're against. You really want Israel taken over? That's the world you want? See, that's why I like when religion is something, a personal thing. And it's cool to come together with others, but man. No religion should control the world. Are you sure that's the religion doing that? Because the people with power. What does that have to do with your religion, by the way? People with power and influence and money. Do they speak for your religion? I am Jewish. Are you? Do you believe that we are superior and that others are inferior? I do not believe that. I believe we are all equally human beings and should be treated as such. And that is not the case. Right? No one likes to talk about that. Like that is very prevalent right now. But there's been so much programming and brainwashing, and there's so much fear when these things are attached to our identities, and when we think we question the propaganda, which I perceive as that, you perceive it as a trusted voice, and You associate your religion with being against, and so many things attached to your religion. And if you look around this world, it's hard to see that any of us are living up to that. Though, I've always respected Buddhist monks, especially this walk of peace that they just did. You know, no group obviously is perfect. There are issues within Buddhism. And, you know, but Buddha didn't want, right? People. None of those that are the foundations of these religions, they didn't want that. People. It's a personal thing. So that's why I've always just been, I've questioned, am I Jewish? Am I white? Is my name Brian? These are the things that I've been told, and since I was very young, I've had questions, because it just don't feel right. And look what it all adds up to. If you can see it. I think we all see it, but we're just different levels of indifferent to it. You got to be consumed by something. Why would you want to be consumed by the love and suffering, joy and pain? Why would you want to believe in the dreams of others and your own dreams? Why would you want to show gratitude for this life? Is it a sacred, blessed thing? This breath, each breath sacred and blessed? What religion was Abraham? And how did he show that? How did he practice his religion? What has happened? It doesn't add up. I've always thought there is some distortion with history. You know, I could go along with whatever anybody says and not look that much into it, but it's the harm that is inflicted upon others that that's a problem. That's something to devote one's life to. If truly love life, if truly grateful, and to face many adversities along the way, and yet staying focused on that no matter what. That's a beautiful thing. Though I don't know. Just keep healing and I'll figure it out along the way. How? Just look at how much time I've been talking. And I wonder who listens. And it's not, well, it's for you. 'Cause there's not that many people getting this far. 9 minutes in, 10 minutes in. So good for you. And, you know, it's for me, too, that I make this. And I need to express myself. And should be writing poems, not making reels. But yeah, things are real. We're at war right now. I don't really take that too seriously until maybe we all pray. Maybe we all pray for peace. Maybe we send that love to these people in this world with this power and their influences that they use for harm to advance their riches. I'm just here to do a study. How many of the Ten Commandments do you believe in? That you think are, some people don't like to be told what to do. I can dig that. It's not about, I once heard, and it makes a lot of sense, that those commandments come from another time, long before, where, that's what people came up with, that said, like, hey, you don't do these things. Like, we all agree, like, these are things that we wouldn't do. I don't know how much, as I said, history's been distorted. And all I can do is look at the end result. People in power seek end of days. So I thought, well, we should stop that. And the only way to do that is to come together, to be we the people. To work it out, to figure it out. We are all pieces of a blessed puzzle. You put us together and you watch what happens. I keep saying that. If you watch my reels, you'll know I keep saying that. I've written that in my poems for years and years. I truly believe that. And there's so many things that divide us, and yeah, you can blame the propaganda and brainwashing and programming if you want. That's certainly not the root cause of it. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, or whatever. Can't, as George Bush said, you can't fool the fool. He said something that was funny. Speaking of George Bush and Iraq, false. Another time that Israel said, go to war against them. That's all part of Israel's plan to expand. Yeah, the world's always changing. And, I guess, get the new iPhone and don't worry about the kids in the Congo. And shop at any corporation that supports Israel. It's nothing to do with religion. And if you see them as good, I see them as evil. Well, I don't know. when I went there and I spoke to people and I asked if they followed the Ten Commandments, they each laughed at me. Nobody ever... Well, I guess I've been laughed at a lot in my life for speaking my heart. Just look at the end results, I guess. I guess it really don't matter. We can't each get our way, so we might as well just give power to madmen that are seeking to bring about end of days. And yeah. There's always hope for us. There's always blessings to be found. Sacredness to embody. There's always a chance. The right time, the right person does the right thing.